Hey guys, what about you today? I am Luana, and today we're going to talk about Plato. After Socrates, Plato steps in and does something extremely ambitious. He tries to bring order to human thought. Plato lived in a time of political instability, bad decisions, and powerful people speaking with confidence without real understanding. Sounds familiar for some reason. Yeah, I know. His central question was disturbing but simple. How can we trust what we see? Plato knows it, that the psychical world, the world we experience through our senses, is constantly changing. Opinions shift, appearances deceive, emotions distort judgment. So, how can true knowledge be built on something so unstable? His answer was radical. Plato argued that there are two levels of reality. One is the sensible world, the world of appearances. This is where we live, but also where we are easily misled. The other is the world of ideas, where perfect and eternal forms exist. Justice, beauty, truth, goodness, not as opinions, but as pure concepts. You know, when you see, for example, something beautiful, that object is not beautiful itself. It not is not beauty itself. It is an imperfect copy of the idea of beauty. Get it? The same applies to justice, goodness, and truth. This changes everything. Because for Plato, true knowledge does not come from the senses, it comes from reason. Thinking clearly is more reliable than simple seeing or feeling. This idea becomes clear in the allegory of the cave. People are chained since birth, but watching shadows on a wall, to them, those shadows are reality. When one person the of 100, let's say like this, when one person escapes and sees the outside world, they realize how limited their understanding was. But here's the uncomfortable part and the sad part. When that person returns to explain the truth, the others resist. They mock, they get angry, they reject it. But Plato was making a powerful claim. Most people mistake appearance for truth, and when someone challenges that illusion, it creates discomfort. Education, then, is not about transferring information, giving a thousand of this information to one person. It is about turning the soul toward truth, about guiding someone out of the cave, even if it hurts. And Plato believed that a just society could only exist, sorry, if it were led by people trained to think beyond appearances. Not the richest, not the most popular, not the most uh, beautiful, but the most rational. What was he idealistic? Absolutely, but was he naive? Not really. he understood how difficult was that vision. Uh, and that's a thing that I agree, not totally, but it's a thing that we have to consider. No, Plato was not the best person to think like that and to realize that and show to people that didn't have any idea of what he was talking about. But you know what? He was almost totally right. And as I say, was he idealistic? Absolutely, but he was not totally wrong. He was not naive, you know? He know he knew that this is difficult to realize, you know, and receive it totally without questioning, as Socrates always uh, wanted was to do. It's hard enough to people just ignore it and follow their lives normally without any considering of that. And I know it's complicated, but you have to consider, right? So, in the next episode, we will talk about his student, Aristotle, someone who challenged Plato and brought philosophy back down to earth, focusing on reality, experience, and logic. And that's where things get even more practical. And I am so excited with this series, and I hope to see you in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching, sorry, and for engaging. See you in the next video. Kisses and bye bye.